the greatest miracles happen in the most inopportune times in the Bible. Not that story, you know, of just so many things they wouldn't be in our timing. I wouldn't choose to have started that way. Choose faith over fear. And so, 3 cheers. He's with us. He has overcome the world. He is on your side, and you're going to make it through. Wow. It looks like in our arena down here that we're losing. But we are to tune in to another world and another arena.
That's it.
You know what? If you'll take the Bible and put it up to your ear like a radio, it'll never tell you you're right, it's bad, and it's never going to get worse. And if you read the Bible will read you. And if you're discouraged, it'll start talking to you about encouragement. And if you're thinking about giving up, it'll start telling you can't quit now. It's amazing. When I read that book, it reads me.
Amen.
And what we need to understand is we need to feed our minds on what the victory that's coming from a larger arena. God is up to something.
Amen.
God is going to do something through this that is beyond anything we can imagine.
Yes.
God is going to pour out His Spirit on all flesh. I just believe that He's positioning us like never before to reach the masses of the people. The gospel is being preached all over the world. More people are tuning in, and God is up to something. Can't you sense it?
That's it. Yeah.
I have an expectation. I feel like I'm on my tiptoes.
I do too. I feel like the whole
something's
world.
coming, and it's good.
Yes, it is good. If you're just joining us, this has been one of the most encouraging interviews I've ever done, and I think people need to hear what you're saying. You might lose everything, but you keep your faith, you're going to get to where you need to go.
It's going to be all right. We're going to get where we're supposed to go, and
that's right.
And God's with us, and good things are happening. I do think, Bobby, that the key to it is we've got to remember, you know, there are 2 names in the Old Testament that were predominant, really powerful names, and they were polar opposites. One of the most known names in the Old Testament is Ichabod. It's a woman who had her baby in a terrible, terrible time. And her husband had been killed, her father-in-law had been killed. He was the high priest, and the Ark of the Covenant had been stolen from the Philistines. And so she named her future according to a bad moment in her life. She named him Ichabod. She could have named him something more. Ichabod means the glory has departed. Don't name your future off of a bad moment in your life. And when she named him Ichabod, it meant the glory has departed. Now I'd like to throw in there real quick, the ark came back. David went and retrieved and got it. So it was coming back. Don't name your future over your problems right now.
It's like don't cut a tree down in winter.
Exactly. And so here you've got Ichabod is one of the names in the Old Testament. The glory has departed. Or you've got Emmanuel, which means God is with us. And I think they are the 2 prevailing spirits or attitudes in our nation right now in the world. You either have an Ichabod, the glory has departed, America's done, the economy's done, the business is bad, a glob of gloom just settles in, and it's just, or you can have an Emmanuel spirit.
Amen.
God is with us.
That's right.
God is with us. God is with us. And I don't want an Ichabod spirit on me.
I don't either.
I have good news. Emmanuel. We will not march to that tune of Ichabod, Ichabod, Ichabod. It's not what it used to be. It's not, the economy is bad. I'm telling you, Emmanuel. God is with us. He's for us. He's in us. And we're going to see the comeback. Rejoice not over me, O my enemies. When I fall, I shall rise again. When I sit in darkness, He will be a light to me.
Amen. I think one of the hardest things is going to be for people to overcome the feeling of, what's the word? I keep wanting to say like laziness. I don't want to say depression, but this has been happening to me. I'm sure you feel it. When you force, I'm a go-go guy. I like to do things. I like meetings. I like being out. I'm extroverted. I like teams. I like projects. And so when all of that for me gets dialed way back, and we're still working really hard, but it's all from my house, and there's just a lot of media on, and there's a lot of, And after this goes on for weeks for many of us, especially if we've not taken the opportunity, as you said, to spend more time praying or spend more time worshiping, but you're watching another Netflix series, or you're watching more YouTube, or you're taking long naps, and we're all not eating well, right? I've put on the COVID-19.
So true.
Like the freshman five.
COVID-19.
I got the COVID-19 right here, man.
That's funny.
And I think what will happen is, now that we're starting to ramp up, it's kind of hard to get out of, you almost have to will yourself, like getting up early in the morning. You don't want to. Everything in your body says, I'm tired, it's cold, I don't want to do it. But I think now more than ever, it's going to be the time where we have to be ready to be like, turn the TV off. Not now, but later. Turn the TV off. Put your phone down. Get to work. Get out there and get going, doing stuff. Do something. Don't you think that's going to be a key? I think it's going to be really hard to overcome that globby, lazy, I don't know what to call it, but that feeling,
Yeah, and so you have to think. Paul said in the book of Acts, I think myself happy. You ever preached on that?
I never heard that.
He said that. He was facing King Agrippa, and he said, "O King, I think myself happy."
Huh.
You know how you get depressed? You think yourself depressed.
Amen.
You know how you get defeated? You think yourself defeated. But Paul was not in a happy circumstance. He was imprisoned. He was facing a guillotine. And he said, when I think about all that God has done for me, I think myself happy, O King. And you know how you're going to get happy is think yourself happy. Fill your life. Jesus gave 3 cheers to the church. 3 times he said, cheer up, cheer up, cheer up. In John 16, he said, cheer up, for I have overcome the world. And then in Matthew 9, he said, cheer up, your past is forgiven. Man, if I don't have, my past is forgiven, my present is powerful, my future is promised, God is with me, Emmanuel, not Ichabod. And then the last time he said cheer up was in the middle of the storm, Matthew 14. He said, cheer up, it is I, don't be afraid. Choose faith over fear. And so 3 cheers. He's with us. He has overcome the world. He is on your side, and you're going to make it through.
At TBN, our mission is to use every available means to reach as many individuals and families as possible with the life-changing gospel of Jesus Christ.
Thank you for helping make the gospel of grace go around the world.
Without you, we couldn't do it. God bless you.